Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 5 non-gambling cards at each position here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. I did a top 5 gambling cards at each position yesterday or the day before, and we're knocking this one out today. Hopefully this video helps a lot of y'all out, because I basically am just trying to help y'all target which cards you can attain that are the best cards at their positions right now in my team, because the gambling cards are pretty much unattainable, right? Whereas these guys are far more attainable. Most of these cards are still available. Not every single one is still available, but most of them are. And this should help out a lot of people's teams, I hope. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily My Team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, number 5 at the point guard position is actually going to be this Galaxy Opal Doug Christie. I don't know if I ever, in fact, I think I uploaded or recorded a gameplay with this card. I'm not sure if I actually ever uploaded it, but this card is a monster. He is a very, very capable slasher, a very good shooter, a very good playmaker with half handles for days, and an elite versatile defender. He is the best Opal point guard in the game right now, in my opinion. Has a release that is very smooth and easy, sigs that are actually very solid as well, including the Kemba escape and a Pro 2 fade. Very, very good card at 6'6" at the point guard position, and honestly, I think you could make an argument that he deserves to be higher than this. But going Penny Hardaway at number 4. I have not recorded gameplay with Penny yet as y'all are watching this video, but I'll have one coming tomorrow. 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere, 40 hoffs, great stats, great badges, great everything. This card is incredible. His release just is not that great, and normal fade could also be a little bit better. That is the only real critique with this card, in my opinion, is that his release and his fade are not truly elite, but he is 6'7" and incredibly versatile, incredibly good all the way around. I still think he's a top 5 non-gambling point guard in my team. SGA gets the number 3 spot. This card has elite longevity because he is still one of the best point guards in all of my team, and he's been out for 2 months now, so that's pretty fire. I think this SGA is really good. I think he does everything very, very well, and he's a very capable defender and absolutely elite in every other area. Very smooth, easy release, tray fade, good sigs. Overall, just a stud of a card. I think he's definitely better than Penny and Doug Christie, in my opinion, so I put him 3. Number 2 is Clyde, who is an inch taller than SGA, and I think has better dunk animations. As a whole, the cards pretty much do the same thing. They both have Jamal Murray behind the back. They have similar speed releases. They're both versatile playmakers and good defenders. I think, I mean, Clyde not having half handles for days in the base card is an issue, but my Clyde does have half handles for days. I will say that, and I think his slashing and size is really valuable, and I like his release a lot too, and I think he goes number 2. Number 1 to me, unfortunately, and I say, I don't know, still this Jokic card. I think he's probably your best non-gambling point guard right now, quite simply because how big he is. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. That size and versatility is just hard to match, and with how many good shot-creating shooting guard small forwards there are available in this game, somebody like a Jokic with his size and versatility is still an absolutely elite card at the point guard position, and one of the best point guards in all of my team, for sure. So putting him at the number 1 spot here. At the shooting guard, not quite as deep of a position, but I'd say Dominique probably comes in number 5. Opal Dominique Wilkins is a pretty slept-on card. I really like this card. He's 6'8", 6'10" wingspan, pretty good sigs, great slasher, very capable shot creator and shooter as well, a very, very good defender. And again, he's 6'8", super athletic, elite slasher, very capable shooter, nice release, tray escape, Curry slide, like overall super solid movement, sigs, everything across the board. He's a really, really nice card, so I think he very much is deserving of a top 5 spot. Number 4 is going to be Jaylen Brown, who came out today. Gonna be completely honest, this card was a little disappointing. It's just his release. It's the same. This card, by the way, is an exact clone as the card that came out on Friday in packs, by the way, which is ridiculous, but that's a whole other complaint. 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He's a really good card all the way around. He does everything incredibly well. Honestly, he's very similar to Penny Hardaway in that his release is his biggest flaw, because he's just not a very good release. Playmaking solid, although gold handles for days on Hoff would be nice. Everything else, though, is just exceptional. The problem is his jump shot's not that elite, and I think that holds the card back where everything else is pretty solid. His behind the back also is not the best of the pro behind the back, so I don't think he's that incredible. RJ Barrett is, I just think, a better Jaylen Brown, honestly, in a lot of ways. He's got a better release than Jaylen Brown. I think they're both 6'6", 6'10" wingspan. It says 6'11", but it's not a huge difference. Both of them have Pro 2 fade. I mean, I think this RJ Barrett's just a better version of a Jaylen Brown. He even has half handles for days, too. Definitely would give him the slight edge over JB. Number 2 is going to be the brand new Reggie Lewis card that came out today. This card is phenomenal. Really, really good defensively. Very well-rounded, great shooter, and very, very capable playmaker as well. Defensively really good. 6'7", great all-around card. I think he and RJ Barrett are relatively similar, but I do think you're probably getting a better overall card with this Reggie Lewis. He's a little more complete animation-wise. As a whole, I think think he's just a slightly better version of an RJ Barrett. Number 1, though, I don't think the shooting guard position there was ever any doubt. Glenn Rice, best shooting guard in the game, probably still the best card in the game. Patty Mills base is really all you got to say, but outside of that, an elite fast upper with Sexton upper, Kyrie dribble style, Francis sides up, Trey escape, Jamal Murray behind the back, John Wall drag back is basically what I would consider perfect SIGs. And then stat and badge wise, he's pretty much perfect too, to be completely honest. This card is, I mean, legitimately, if you thought SGA's longevity was good, this Glenn Rice has some of the best longevity of any card in NBA in 2K history. So I think definitely deserves the number 1 spot still, 100%. Cam Johnson comes in at number 5 at small forward. Not an exceptionally exciting card, but he's 6'8", 6'10 wingspan, good shooter, versatile stats and badges. Really solid card. Not unbelievably elite or exceptional, but definitely a very, very capable option. Terry Dishinger at number 4 is the unlimited reward for last season. A card that I do like, but I think at this point his fade could be a little better. He's missing a couple of base badges that are kind of weird. He's got one of the best releases in the game, but he also is only 6'7". I like this Terry Dishinger card. I think he's probably still number 4 at this point, though, because there are a few options that are slightly better than him. Like, I think Opal Dorian Finney-Smith is probably better than Terry Dishinger. Release isn't quite as good, but he's got better SIGs as a whole, I would say. And he doesn't have unbelievably elite playmaking, but he's an okay playmaker. Really, really good versatile defender with good size at 6'7", 7-foot wingspan. Defense is really good across the board. Like, I think he's moves a little bit better than Terry Dishinger does. Release isn't quite as good, but I think he's maybe a little more complete stat and badge wise. Fade is, what fade does he have? Normal instead of the MJ fade, which Dishinger had, which is kind of weird. I don't know. This is a close one, but I think I give Dorian Finney-Smith the slight edge. Bobby Jones goes number 2 for me. I almost want to put him 1. I just think his jump shot upper isn't that great. And he's only got an 81 base 3-ball. Needs shooting badges added from his base card for sure. Whereas the card that I have at number 1, Kyle Kuzma, number 1, has a slightly better upper, I think, than Bobby Jones, and is just more complete shooting badge-wise, especially, and has a higher 3-ball. And I think that's the main reason. Those are the 2 differentiators that are a slight differentiator between these 2 cards. I really like Kuzma, though, and I really like Bobby Jones as well. Both of them are very, very good options at the small forward position. At the power forward position, we start off with 2 Bills, not just 1, but 2, and rest in peace to both of them. Bill Walton and Bill Russell. Bill Walton at number 5, Bill Russell at number 4. I think Bill Russell has slightly better SIGs than Bill Walton, mainly would be the reason I would give him the edge. Neither of them are exceptional shooters, especially as base cards, but both of them are capable enough and should hit wide open on a consistent basis, and they give you good speed, good versatility, good athletic ability. A lot of good still about both of these cards, and I think both deserving to be on this list. Neither of whom I think are better than the buyable Opal Mo Bamba, though. This Mo Bamba card is so good. I think he's basically Bull, but buyable. Like, he's pretty much as good as a Bull. 7-foot with 7'10" wingspan, hot spots from literally everywhere, and a very nice release. Playmaking isn't bad. Defense is great. And then obviously, I mean, he doesn't have handles for days at all. I would definitely recommend adding that, but he's got good speed, good shooter, good dunker. Release is money, but then you got Trey Escape and James Harden behind the back on a 7-footer with a 7'10" wingspan, and who is light enough who can trigger that behind the back. Now that's value right there. This Mo Bamba card is a phenomenal option at the power forward spot, and I think he's the best buyable power forward, maybe the best buyable big in all of my team. At the 2, George Mikan is the token reward for this season. He's really, really good as well. He's 6'10", but with 7'1" wingspan. Badge-wise, really good outside of not incredible playmaking badges. Still needs handles for days, Agent 3, things of that nature. But defensively, he's really good. Finishing-wise, he's really good. And he also moves quite well, kind of like a guy like Mo Bamba, although I think he's probably a little more complete. And also his release, D-book based, John Collins upper on very quick is cash. So really, really good jump shot as well. Certainly does not hurt this card in the slightest. I think as a whole, very, very good. But I still give the slight edge to Nate Thurmond. I think he has the best mix of shot creation at the power forward position. Has Jamal Murray behind the back, has John Wall's drag back, Francis size up, Trey escape, Kyrie dribble style, and a really good release with Pro 2 fade. Basically the perfect SIGs and animations. Yes, he needs a 3-point shoe. Yes, he needs shooting badges added, but if you get those things added on him, I don't think there's a power forward better in the game right now than this Nate Thurmond card, and that is high praise. I think he's really, really good. At the number 5, or at 5, at center is going to be Dikembe Mutombo at number... Oh, I should have started number 5. Why did I put... Well, I don't think that's a huge surprise, but we'll come back to Dikembe here in a little bit. I don't think that one's a huge surprise, but number 5 is going to be Boban Marjanovic. Boban is 7'4". That's Boban's value, is that he's huge, because he's not fast. His release is actually not that bad. It's ugly, but it's fast. But he himself is not fast. He's a great interior defender, but he will struggle on the perimeter. There are flaws with the Boban card, but I will say I like his release better than Arvydas Sabonis', and he's an inch taller than Arvydas Sabonis. Still going to be a great dunker and a great interior defender as well as rebounder, and I think he's good enough with his size and not horrifically slow. that you can put him at the center and he will definitely hold his own. I think number 5 is fair. Number 4 is Artis Gilmore, who is a faster, better Boban Marjanovic, basically. Similar to Boban, he has a very... really, his 3 ball's even lower, 66, but he's got a very smooth, easy release. He's a great interior big. He's more versatile defensively than a Boban is. Has off clamps, has more of the stats, has an 86 speed instead of a 78. Like, in general, I think he's just better overall than Boban. And yes, his release is not exceptional, especially with the lower 3 ball. Actually, I do like the release, but the lower 3 ball makes it harder to shoot with him. But I will say that I do like the release a lot. I think he's a very, very solid card. So I'm a fan of Artis as well at number 4. Number 3 is going to be the brand new Derek Lively that came out today. This D Live card is just, I mean, he's got the size at 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan, which is really nice. But then he can shoot the ball well. He's got great speed. He defends really well, and he can put the ball on the floor solidly as well. I think there's an athleticism ability with this card that, especially if you add 3-point shoot and the shooting badges, you got yourself a really, really good versatile center option. So putting him at number 3. Number 2 is going to be Tyson Chandler, who is basically Derek Lively, but maybe 1 inch shorter, but also better release in my opinion. Still needs shooting badges, obviously, but super fast, decent 3-ball rating, great dunker, amazing defender. If you add some shooting badges to him, you have yourself an absolute demigod as a free big. With Kobe Escape isn't the best, but it's not terrible, and a very, very smooth, easy release as a whole. Fan of him as well, but like I said, number 1, I don't think it's particularly close, is Dikembe Mutombo. He is, not only is he the best non-gambling center in the game, I think he's the best center in the game, like period. He is very, very good. And yeah, 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan. Stats and badges are great. He's got great speed. He's 3 balls only an 84, but he's got great shooting badges as a base card. And with a shoe and a coach, that's up to 92. Defensively, he's obviously got every single Hall of Fame badge in the game, and playmaking-wise, also very capable. One of the most versatile and elite cards in all of my team, period, especially with the Pro 2 fade and a very, very good big man release. As a whole, Dikembe Mutombo, absolutely elite card. Best center in the game among non-gambling cards, and I think the best center in the game, period, right now. So that is it for my list. I just realized I clicked on the wrong Dikembe in this list, but here we go. You got Jokic, Clyde, SGA, Penny, and Doug Christie at point guard. Glenn, Reggie, RJ, Jaylen Brown, and Dominique Wilkins at shooting guard. Kuz, Bobby Jones, DFS, Terry Dishinger, and Cam Johnson. And then you have Nate Thurman, George Mike, and Mo Bamba, Bill Russell, Bill Walton, with the centers being Dikembe, Tyson Chandler, Derek Lively, Artis Gilmore, and Boban Marjanovic. As a whole, these are my top 5 non-gambling cards at each position right now. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my list. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.